BAFTA. There it is.
Yep.
Markus,
I just want to look at that for starters.
tell us a little bit about MineCraft, because for people who have not heard of it before.
Yeah. Well, I quit my day job, took a part-time job, and I started making a game. It's a game about blocks, basically. So, large world made out of blocks that you can pick up and place and break down and make tools.
Okay, so we're watching a little bit of it now. So you build your own sort of world. Is that how it works?
Everything is kind of dynamic, so you can pick up all of those blocks there. And then you have to build swords so you can defend yourself from the monsters.
That's interesting. So it kind of involves the game player in making the game as well. Is that that's a theme? Is it throughout all these successful video games or not?
Well, most of the games aren't really about changing the world. It's more about an interactive story. Whereas Minecraft is more about actually being part of the world and changing it and making it your own kind of world.
Now, sometimes the games business, I mean, that we mentioned some of the most successful games, and they often are to do with war or fighting.
Yeah.
Do you have an explanation for that? Why is that such an appealing territory for games players? Now, I don't want to sound like I'm looking down at all. It's just one of those issues. It is incredibly successful territory.
Yes, I think it's for the same reason that action movies are successful. It's very engaging, kind of by fairly simple means. So you get the player really involved fairly easily.
But your game is a kind of different, it's a different field altogether, really.
Well, slightly. We have the monsters because you need danger in a computer game for it to be interesting. But that's actually not true. There are a few games that don't have danger, but I believe kind of the way I design games, I need monsters. But it's more about creating and exploring than it is about the actual fighting.
Now, you've been given a BAFTA, so how did that make you feel? And we've just been talking about how many video games outsell the movies. It seems like quite a jump, but how does it make you feel winning that kind of award?
Oh, it feels great. It's amazing. I think the BAFTAs is a good step towards making games more of a legitimate art form.
And on that note, I mean, what are you working on at the moment? How does it work? Do you sit down at your computer with a sort of a blank mind and think, do you know what? I've got a vision. How do you actually come about the games?
It's slightly like that. I think of an interesting idea that I want to try. And I kind of just start by making the core of that concept or that game idea. So if it's a game about blocks, I just start by putting all the blocks in the world and just see if that's fun.
Can you give us a hint? Where are you going next with your next creation?
I'm thinking I'm going to make a space game where you're a guy on a spaceship and you have adventures in space.
Well, best of luck with that.
Can you be a girl on a spaceship too?
Yeah, of course.
Markus, congratulations.
Thank you very much.